Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason over here, Signature Esports, and I hope everybody is having a safe evening out there this Monday evening here with the RYCO E-Performance Dirt Development League Wheelman Series. They're out here with the big block modifieds, and we're going to have some fun tonight. A little shorter field due to the rolling outages, and if that happens here, it's kind of everywhere. We've gotten about 5 to 7 inches of snow here, right here in the Midwest. So if it happens here, we'll make sure that we keep recording, because I am recording the session just in case something happens, which I hope nothing like that happens. And but we're gonna have some fun. Third week in the RYCO Dirt Development League, and they've been a blast so far. And we're in for a treat back in the big block modifieds this week. Right here at Lanier, and it's just fun. I just enjoy this whole place. It's just absolutely fantastic. So I just want to thank all of the sponsors out there. I especially want to thank RYCO for stepping in, Ken and all the guys over there stepping in and bringing us on to help broadcast their Dirt Development League. It's been absolutely a thrill to watch and to see what they have coming up here in the future. Hello, Piercer out there, Willie's daughter. Go follow her on Twitch. Thank you all to the Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube folks. And we will make sure that we do it. I think I'm going to have somebody come in and watch us here on Facebook. I think, oh yeah, there it is. Facebook, there they are. There's my Facebook groups. Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, Signature Esports, and all the forums out there. Make sure you go to RYCO-motorsports.com. Check out their Dirt Series setups that they have. They've got some awesome paints. You can follow all of them out there. There's a whole lot of things that they have going on the website. Absolutely fantastic products. I actually use them myself now, so it is just awesome. Pumped right now, says Piercer out there. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see all the folks out there on Twitch. And just kind of fun. Just everybody's having fun. It's digging it. Trey, Lavalley, Duffy, we're seeing some of the regulars starting to get to know the names. We know that last week we had, I think, 16, 17 drivers, and the rolling blackouts really making a big effect. The weather out there, it not only can affect you if you're out on the road, but if you're sitting in your house too. So good to see you, Hunter. You're slower hearing these? Nah, you'll be good. Just take your time, man. Rock in it. Get it going. Hunter, you'll be fine. I promise. It'll all be good. Thank you for the shares. Thank you for the new follows out there. I do appreciate all of those. Joe Foxer 52. Appreciate you. I do appreciate everybody who does follow and likes us, and just do what you got to do, and you guys make us more and more popular each and every day. We hit the crest of 1,500 followers on Facebook just the other day, and we're continuing to grow there, and you guys are just absolutely wonderful. Do I think they would notice if we ran a 410? Maybe. I think quite possibly they would notice. RYCO E-Performance Dirt Development Series. We're going to have fun. 114 getting some shout-outs out there. That would be our Garcia friend out there. Qualifying will finish up here in just a little bit, and then we're going to go green flag racing all the way through the series. And then once we get done with this a little bit later, we're going to have our case breaks. That's our Monday evening for you. RYCO always first. Case breaks. After that, we had a 2021 trading card case break coming up, so we're getting involved in that. Hello again. Man, oh man. I'm ready to go. We're ready to have some fun. All right, heat race number 1 for the factors that we have going on here. I think we might just have one heat race, and that'll determine everything. There it is. Jeremy Prey's going to be your pole sitter. The 117 is going to be out there, leading him around, getting everything ready to rock and roll. Dan Lavalley, our Canadian, he's going to be in the mix. The number 87 outside pole position. Evan Duffy, the 76, Joe Garcia. I think, Joe, are you, if you're cheering for yourself out there, I dig it, man. Garcia Racing 114 is going to be there in row number 2 on the outside. Casey Foote is going to be there in the number 10 inside row number 3. John Darby outside in the number 7. Hunter Crum and Scott Van Vossen back out there as well. Good to see everybody tuning back in and not only tuning back in, but they're getting out there and enjoying the race as well as they can, for sure. Man, oh man. Gonna get a heat race in. Gonna have some fun. Gonna rock and roll. Ooh, Nilly. Ten laps on a heat race, and I do believe we're gonna have 35 laps on the feature. That's where that's gonna be. Big block modifieds. They drive a lot like the dirt street stocks, but with a lot more horsepower. And, yeah, they're like tanks. Kind of enjoyed the tank-like features. Bray Lavalley, that's going to be the front row. We're going to be Speedy Gonzalez in all of how we call this race. Pace truck's going to dive off. Fred the Flagman, a.k.a. Barney, is going to be out there, and they're going to get a green all the way through. Here we go. Jeremy Prey, big jump. Good little love right there. Ready to rock and roll. 0.5 of a second already out in front of the field. Prey, Duffy, Lavalley, that's going to be the top 3 rolling through the gears as they are in 4th, ready to hold on. I say 4th, I think it's 2nd all the way in there. That's kind of how it is. Lap 9 being, 9 to go as they come through heat race number 1. RYCO E-Performance Dirt Development Series. Look at that low line dive from the 76. Duffy, ooh, I think Duffy blinked out there for me a little bit. 87 Lavalley there to the inside. Looks like he's going to be right there on the back bumper of the 76. 7 laps to go here in heat race number 1. They are rolling. Not a rawhide, but maybe rolled in like roadside, depending on where you're from. I am in the Midwest, so I can't say that. I am a Tar Heel, though. That's where I went to college. Prey, 0.6, almost 0.7 of a second out in front of the field as you see him come around turn 3 into turn 4. Run like a runaway bride. Here he goes, turn 3, 4, front stretch. A little bit of lap traffic coming his way. Still holding on as well as it can be. 5 laps to go. Heat race number 1, Prey, Duffy, Lavalley. That's kind of where it's at. Prey, very good in 1 or in 3 and 4. That's where his biggest gain is. 1 and 2 is a little higher there as you see Duffy start to close the distance. But now a change in lines. He's going to carry all the way around. That is looking lovely. In and out, run. 3 laps to go. The 117 out front. Duffy, Lavalley, Garcia, Darby, Crum, Van Vossen, and Foote. Heat races are where they're at. 2 laps to go. This is where they get to test the waters, and they'll have a little bit of practice in between the heat races to the feature. Just a few little things going on there. White flag waves. And they are holding on very, very nicely. Last ditch dive coming in. Prey wins heat race number 1. Duffy, then Lavalley and Garcia. Darby comes around. Van Vossen just finishes a lap down, but this is just a heat race. There's a lot of racing still left to go. Crum comes across and Foote as well. So there's your unofficial results. They're going to get that warm up ready to go. And man, oh man, that was fast. Awesome. Hope everybody out there is having a fantastic evening. Quick little race going on tonight. They'll be back again next week with the 410 sprints. That's kind of where they are alternating each week. They have the big block modifieds and then the 410 sprints each week, or each other week. So this week, big block modifieds, and next week we'll have the 410 sprints. You take a look and actually see where they're going to be at the 410 sprints this next week. Schedule next week. So they're Lanier here. They're going to be at Kokomo next week in the 410 sprints. Then back in the big block modifieds the week after. Charlotte's going to be the next track that they hold on to those. And by next week, I should have Mr. Michael Woolley in here. We'll see if we can get Woolley in here racing. Maybe he can bring some fun over here. Y'all know the Midwest Maniac. Everything is just a whole lot of fun. If you want to be a part of this league, make sure that you go. Evan Duffy, what's up, buddy? Duffy out there having some fun. If you want to be a part of the RYCO ePerformance Dirt Development League, or they call it the Wheelman Series here, make sure that you go and you find their Facebook page. They have a Facebook group. It is the RYCO ePerformance Facebook group. Search it into your Facebook group right there. They have a Discord that you'll be able to get involved in, and then, kind of where it is. Make sure that you give some love where love is due. Hopefully everybody's staying warm and safe out there. I know our wind chill was like -10 earlier or something like that. Woke up this morning, -2 degrees out there. Goodness gracious, it was terrible. Terrible, terrible. That's why we warm up with some dirt. Speaking of which, let's take a look at the track conditions right here. Lanier, the track to be looking at. Lanier National Speedway, a third of a mile here. The track temperature right now, a much warmer 53 degrees than it is the air temperature out here. It's the full configuration. Sometimes they put in what kind of track it is. Sometimes they put clay. Sometimes I believe this might be the clay here, but I might be wrong. Brazelton is going to be where this track is located here in the United States. 65 degree air temperature, no humidity, overcast skies with a 1 mile an hour wind. RYCO ePerformance. Go to RYCO-motorsports.com. Get you some setups. Drive these things out there in the officials. And coming up here pretty soon in season 2, you might see some cool things coming from RYCO. Keep that in mind whenever you're out there in the officials and you're looking at what's going on. Ken and all the guys out there, absolutely phenomenal, absolutely fantastic, and I just dig what they do. RYCO ePerformance Dirt Development Series, SETV on Roku. Make sure you can go check our Roku channel, Signature Esports TV. Watch some of our old broadcasts out there. You see it right there. And, we just enjoy having fun. And then Signature Esports on all the platforms, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. We have an Instagram. I have a TikTok. I've only put one video out. It's pretty cool, though. You might as well follow me. I'm working on content to put up on TikTok. I don't know what to put up there. Maybe me crashing in Daytona with me letting my wheel just do its thing. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. Alrighty, we're going to have some fun here. Feature's going to be coming up here in about 35 seconds. And we'll go over the starting orientation for that. They'll pace around for 2 laps, and then we're going to have some fun. Yes, we are. Definitely have some fun. Tell me how you like Dirt Series racing. What's your favorite series to race out there on iRacing? Chat it up out there. Tell me what you do. If you got a league that you really like too, you can chat those guys up. Speaking of Facebook, make sure that you go to facebook.com. When you look for Signature Esports, you give us a like and follow. Join our Facebook group. We have a Signature Esports Live that we encourage everybody to throw all their stuff in so we can watch what you guys are doing out there. It's kind of like a one-source hub for me. And then I share some of that stuff over to our Facebook page. If you guys are just awesome and you guys follow us and maybe you're like a top-tier member, we share your stuff on our Facebook page. It's kind of our way of giving it back to you as we grow our reach. We help you grow yours. Big community, that's what we like to be. Starting grid for the feature, 35 lappers, what we're going to be dealing with here, which is super, super, super cool. Jeremy Prey, who was your pole sitter, is now going to be the guy out there leading them around. The track session, I believe, resets here, so they're going to get some fresh dirt to really test their skills here in the feature. Evan Duffy's going to be there on the outside pole position. Dan Lavalley, the 87, moves himself up a few positions. Joe Garcia is going to be back where he started. John Darby's up there. Hunter Crum, Casey Foote, and Scott Van Vossen ready to rock and roll. This is where you learn how to throw it and then give back later on, that's for sure. Feature coming up. They're going to have some fun. Bray, Duffy, Garcia, and Lavalley. Now, I will tell you that Garcia, when we were leaving the first big blocks, super fast there, but also last week very super fast. So we'll see how Joe Garcia can capitalize on a longer green flag run here with a little bit more laps. Maybe it just takes a little bit for these guys to get into their line and figure things out. Cautions were off for the heat races, but they will be on for the feature here, and they will be having a whole lot of fun. Moving is all that they really need to see. And that is going to be the movement here. Green is going to wave. 117 of Prey takes off. The 87 of Lavalley is going to be there. Oh, a little bit of in and out. They all took to the inside. Crum falls back. Does look like everything's going to be good. iRacing cautions are on for this one as they continue to move forward. Garcia falls back. He got right there into the back of, I believe that was Darby right there, but they really fix themselves, get themselves back into the mix. Good run coming from Prey, almost a full second out over the 87 of Lavalley. Darby picks up third place as they continue to move forward. Lap 3 being completed. Going to take a little bit of time for these. Now, these things can take a beating and keep on ticking. So we'll see how that works for them. There is the battle for second as they come around. The 87 has a little bit of company in the form of the 7, listed to the 00 on his paint scheme, but a little bit hard into the corner. Lavalley is there. Looks like that speed going to carry that midline just a little bit better for Darby as we see the battle for second really heating up. Prey kind of walking away with it at the moment. He is just 1.7 seconds out in front of the field. But Lavalley and Darby trying to make a pass there to the inside. Foote and Garcia are going to be there as well. Garcia just a little bit off. He's off one spot from where he started, but he's trying to clear him on the inside. That is going to be Foote there, literally putting his foot into it, getting around him. Darby falls into second, or into fourth. Foote there to the outside, holding on to third as best as he can. Lavalley, he's going to be starting to pull away from that little bit of a field now as they get into each other back here. They are ready to go. Darby falls back to third. Foote pulls up to third. Foote pulls up to third. Darby falls back to fourth. Garcia trying to get to the inside now. That's the battle going on there. As you see the distance between Prey and the rest of the field starting to heat up. Van Vossen's going to be in the sights of Jeremy Prey as he comes around. Van Vossen right here, the number 60, hitting the outside stretch. You know what? And that's what I'm talking about. This is all about learning here and keeping it clean. 24 laps to go in the feature. Big block modifieds, holding on to it. Jeremy Prey getting around Scott Van Vossen right there. I tell you what, Prey's got some track awareness on him. He might be a lap down, but he was very much aware of what was going on there and did a fantastic job at it. Did you see him come around turn 1, turn 2, 2.5 seconds for the drivers? There's a little bit of things heating up right here. Garcia to the outside. He's working that outside line on Darby, trying to take over fourth place. As you see that Foote just really into it. Casey Foote moving, trying to catch back up to Lavalley. Casey Foote running a faster lap than the race leader the last lap. 14:22 for Casey Foote, the race leader 14:26. So we're definitely seeing these guys step into the pedal and really hold on to it. But Jeremy Prey doesn't really have anybody to look at right now for the time being. Oh, somebody up into the wall back there. No big deal. No big deal. Snow. Foote right there on the back bumper of the 87. He has caught him quick, fast, in a hurry. This is the battle for second as they continue this long green flag run here. Lanier is very kind to the drivers. 17 laps to go in the feature, and Lavalley now stepping into the gas. Jeremy Prey running a 14.38. Everybody else about a tenth slower on those last two laps as they continue to move around this third mile oval. Lovely, just lovely. You're starting to see the wear on the track. That low line really not holding the ground as much, and so these guys are moving, or these drivers are moving up the track a little more each lap. As you see the 117 hard dig into turn number 2. Turn 3 is just an inch or two higher than probably where he wanted to be. They are holding on. 3 seconds separates he and Lavalley. 3.3 seconds to be exact, as now Foote tries to dig to the inside. Side-by-side racing here as they come into the corner. Low line run for the 10 as he slides up the track. Diamond shape not working for him. Lavalley is going to be a little bit, pull that slide, Diamond, as the 10 really holds on to it. Trying to sling some dirt. High line run for the 10 of Foote, and Lavalley is right there. Turn 3, turn 4, little different lines for each of the drivers. Somebody trying to figure something out. They are really starting to close the distance, though. Jeremy Prey, 14.9 seconds on his last lap, 14.6 for these two drivers. First caution is going to come out. Van Vossen involved. Everybody else going to slow down real quick. Catch up with the paint. Here's the 60 coming around. I think he changed his line. He tapped the wall. Oh, he went straight. That's what happened. And he got spun. Little self spin right there. Ooh, nice avoidance. Nice job, guys. Back to live. Jeremy Prey gonna have some more company here as they stack him back up. With 12 laps to go, caution laps do not count, but with 12 laps to go, there will be another double final restart. So we'll see how this works. Prey gets a good jump each time as they stack the field back up. Van Vossen still 2 laps down, but you know what? Still great track awareness from both of the drivers and from all the drivers out there. We are here with a RYCO E Performance Dirt Development League. Pace truck dives off. Green's going to get it. And they're going to be a little bit closer this time, as now the lines are going to change. Prey a little bit closer. I think everybody's starting to figure a few things out, and they were a little bit faster on the last 2 laps as well. So might be a different line for the drivers. You see them come around the track right there. 117 of Prey has Foote in his tracks, but Lavalley there to the bottom. Foote's going to be to the outside, taking over second place from Lavalley, as Lavalley was restarting there inside, or on the outside of Prey on the restart. Here's the battle back and forth. It's a little bit in and a little bit out. Almost 3 wide on the exit right there. 2 by 2 as Garcia is trying to get back around on the highline second. Scott Van Vossen does look like he got into something right there. I think he was just trying to hold on. Doing a good job. Exit. Oh, little wall. Wheeled it in. A little. He had it. Oh, the wall stopped him. He had it. The wall stopped him. I mean, uncharacteristically, the wall stopped him. It happens. Single file restart coming from the drivers now. We are under 10 laps to go. And Jeremy Prey still your race leader. Foot, Lavalley, Duffy. Biggest mover of the race. There he is, Casey Foot. 5 spots from where he started. Started in 6th, and now he's really holding on. Rock and roll like you should. Lights are off on the pace truck. We're going to see this thing get back under green here with 8 laps to go. 2 cautions all race long, and what a good race they've had so far. Foot, Lavalley, Duffy, Garcia, Crum, Darby. That's going to be where they are ready to go. Pace truck's there. They're going to get it. Dig, dig, dig. Bray gets a good jump, but Foot, I think he laid back purposefully there just so that way he can see when he went, so he can dig in as well. Foot, Lavalley, that's going to be the 117, 10, 87. That's 1, 2, and 3. They are tightly bunched back here. Don't count out any driver just yet. Still late in the race, 6 laps to go as they continue to move forward. There is the 117. Midline run, highline run for Foot as they come around to the front stretch. Turn 2, turn 3 for the drivers. Even paced, even laps. Bray and Foot on the last 2. The 117 and the 10 really holding on to it. Good looking run, little wall tap. Still 4 laps to go. The track preferably on the high line running guys, but the 117 has adjusted his line. Only 3 laps to go. 12 turns separate the field from victory. And now, what do? You got to find grip somewhere. You've got to hold on to it. You've got to really be able to dive and pick a corner, find the speed that you need. The 10 trying to close the distance on the 117. White flag is going to wave here at Lanier as the final lap of the Week 3 RYCO E-Performance Dirt Development League is about to finish in style. Unofficially, but officially, the 117, Pray, Lethanol. Foot, Lavalley, Garcia, Duffy, Crum. Crum, you were on pace. Your lap time's on pace. Darby there as well. Van Vossen decided that he was going to, I think he called a night. So congratulations to the 117 on his win right here. KC. And the number 10, Mr. Lavalley, the 87. These guys here to close it up for you. Nice little win for everybody. Congratulations on that win, all of us over here. Maybe jump in and see where these guys are at. We definitely want to make sure that we do that. Let's see if we can get a little chit chat with the drivers. More importantly, this guy right here, the winner, who basically you just kind of walked away with it. You ran all the laps, and it was nice and clean pretty much throughout. Walk us through the starts and restarts and how you won this one, Mr. Jeremy Pray, the 117.
I was hitting the wrong button.
You're good.
Yeah, the restarts, I was lucky to be able to be out in front, so I was able to get a jump pretty much each time on the restarts. Track slicked off a lot quicker than I thought, so I thought I maybe put the wrong gear in, but as long as the high line or pretty much midline came in, so I was able to keep up the momentum on that one. So got lucky.
Well, there before the restart, or before that first caution came out, I know that the 10 and the 87, their lap times were catching you. So I was like, man, if it goes green the entire way, we might have a battle for first. But you definitely drove it very nicely and had a heck of a day. I mean, you won the heat race and fastest in qualifying, so you got the pole position there, and you just really just held on to it. Tell us how the Dirt Development Series is working to help you out here when it comes to your driving and what you're doing here.
Yeah, I mean, this whole series has been great because when you have the 410s mixed in with the big blocks, you pretty much get both sides of what you actually need to work on and where it's, and like these big blocks, for some reason, every one of my setups fall off bad at the end. So then with the 410s, the people that's trying to learn the big blocks are better in 410, so it keeps the points, kind of even, so you don't have one person running away with the whole points lead.
with the
So
series. Yeah.
and kind of yeah, for development series, these boys are fast. So so
That's what I was saying too. I was like, man, for development series, they're clean and fast. Normally, when I think development series, I think I'm going to have like 90 cautions. So it's definitely been a great series to broadcast for you guys. But congratulations on the win, of course. Week 3 in the books. We're going to be back 410 sprints next week. Give your shout outs out there, and we'll let you go for the day.
I want to give a shout out to RYCO. You guys definitely for broadcasting it. You guys do an excellent job broadcasting it. I send it to all my family members, and they love you guys. And Wraith Racing, Savannah Auto Electric, and be with everybody that losing power tonight, and like my teammate. So be with everybody out there and stay warm.
Fantastic, man. You two be safe out there, and we'll see you next week.
All right, thank you.
You too. Up next, we're gonna have none other than the third place finisher. We were working on getting everybody together, and we're gonna have. I'm gonna talk to the foot here in just a moment. But I wanted to talk to you about your race. You had a nice back and forth battle, inside outside. It depends on where you need it to be. The restarts, it really helped you keep that momentum there to be a top 3 vehicle tonight. But Mr. Lavalley, walk me through the race and how the big blocks handled here at Lanier.
I found they handled actually really well, and I mean, I can sort of stay on the bottom, sort of stay on the top, and I can hear Mr. Byron coming, and I just wanted to stay off him and finish up there. That's about it.
Well, you did it, and you had a heck of a job doing it. And I was just talking to the race winner about how this development series works in kind of all of the in all of what you guys see. You were seeing clean racing. We're seeing the track conditions that you guys are able to hold on to it and make the races very interesting. Tell us how you think the Dirt Development League is here week 3 of 10 with the second race in the Big Block Modifieds.
Wow, this is definitely a top-notch league. I mean, some of these names are huge. There's a lot of guys in here that are really good racers, and it's fun just being part of it.
Absolutely. A whole lot of fun. All right, my man, give your shout outs out there. Congratulations on the P3 finish. We'll be seeing you next week with the 410 sprints.
You got it. Thanks a lot.
Oh, give your shout outs. This is your time. You get an opportunity.
I'd like to give a shout out to A1 Plumbing and A Rescue Router, my cousin Joe LaValle for helping me practice a lot, and that's about it.
LaValle, that's how you say your name?
That's it.
Okay, I've been saying Lavalley, and my last name's Followell, so I don't want to. I hate screwing up names. So
you're doing good. You're doing good.
Lavalley. All right, my man. I will make sure to remember that one. All right.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. Anybody else you want to give thanks to? I just want to make sure that we're covered, so that way I'm going to move on to.
That's about it.
All right, brother. Have a good afternoon and be safe out there with all the bad weather.
You as well.
Awesome. Number 87 is going to be your race winner or your third place finisher there. And last but not least, it says Casey Foote. It's the man himself. Finishes second in the number 10 vehicle. Walk us through the race, the restarts. I mean, you were on a tear. You came from 6th and finished 2nd.
Yeah, man. It sucks we didn't have more cars tonight because of the rolling blackouts. Because had a pretty good car. Made a small hiccup in the heat race. Got into a car, so I just okay. We're gonna start at the back. The track was very weird tonight with as quickly as it slicked off. I was very surprised. I was not expecting that. But just before the race started, I noticed in the heat races that it already started to slick off a bit at the end of the heat race. But to me, it was kind of like, okay, something weird's going on. So I made a shock adjustment before the start of the feature, and the car was just remarkable on the top. And Um, I'm not very good at running the top, so for me to say that, the car was really good. And we were able to just make our way through it, and we had that last restart. And when we had that last restart, I got a real good start on the bottom because the top was starting to slip off, right? The bottom wasn't. So I got a good jump on Dan.
Mhm.
I was able to throw that slider into 1 and 2, and it stuck, and I was able to drive up off the corner. So Prey was really fast. I made a couple obviously rookie mistakes there that kind of kept me from catching him. We were reeling him in there before the caution, and I was hoping and hoping and hoping that we stayed green. The same thing happened the first race at Knoxville.
Mhm.
Was reeling in the leader, and the caution come out, and then restart. I lose my momentum,
Mhm.
and then I lose my rhythm, and that's something I'm learning. And this league is helping me learn that.
Well, good. That's what I was actually getting ready to ask you. It was one of the biggest things that you were learning here in this development league. It's amazing to see how clean the racing is, considering it's a development league where you're trying to teach people how to manage setups, how to utilize their line, how to continuously improve each and every week. Last week, of course, we saw quite a few cautions, but 410 sprints, you expect to see that because of how light they are, how fast they whip around the track. And once you lose your rhythm, somebody passes you or changes your line, you're typically going to find the wall a little bit easier in a 410 sprint than you would a big block modified. And these ones it just seems like you're watching the pros do it for iRacing. It's no different to me than calling those kinds of races. So it's been very enjoyable, and to watch you guys grow, and not just that, but to see these drivers really just hold their own. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, when I put together this league, like you get a lot of official races out there that you have like the higher name folks jump into, or you get the leagues where you got guys that hop in that are 5,000-6,000 I ratings, and the guys that are just starting out that they're good racers, but they don't have that consistency experience yet.
Mm-hmm.
And like I wanted to create something where people can learn that and gain that confidence, so then they can move into those other leagues and have that confidence and that experience, right?
Yep.
And also one thing that I'm utilizing this league for, that I said at the beginning that I don't think a lot of people paid attention to, is I'm watching these races from inside of the car, going back and rewatching them, and like watching people race. And I'm going to be offering a few folks from this series spots on the RYCO team at the completion of the series, depending on how things go.
Hey, that's perfect. That's more for me to talk about too. That's absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, man, we're always trying to help people out, and I think that's one of the biggest things that like I really push for is like learning and respectful and helping one another out. Like before the race, we're in there, what are you starting for fuel? What are you starting for fuel? And really helping each other out, and I really like that. And you don't get that a lot of times.
Well, and that's kind of how it is on the real racetrack too. You're going to have tempers afterwards if something bad happens, but for the most part, everybody kind of talks shop whenever they're in pits, and it's kind of so it gives you that natural, realistic, picture that you're going to see in regular racing. So absolutely fantastic to see. That's the outcome of what's going on here, and being able to move people up into your more, intermediate to professional series, and be sponsored by somebody that has a name like RYCO Motorsports. That right there is you're giving an opportunity where they may not have had that before. So that's absolutely not just good for your brand, but also good for these drivers to be able to be brought up, kind of like what Dale Jr. would used to do. Those kinds of things.
Yep, it's a lot of fun, and a lot of the guys in this series are folks that have supported RYCO, and that have been customers, and it's just the journey that we've been on at RYCO has just been one that's been amazing. And we've had your help with some of our marketing stuff with our commercial, and we're really thankful for that. And um, now that we're officially partners with iRacing starting in season 2, it's just the beginning of a lot of things to come. So
yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be a fantastic season 2 is going to be big for you, and I'm very happy to be able to help out wherever I can. Of course, But RYCO-motorsports.com, they can get setups, they can get paints. Tell them kind of what they, for those who are new listening out there on my stream, what can they expect whenever they walk into RYCO-motorsports.com?
Yeah, so at RYCO-motorsports.com, we offer setups, and we really put in the time and the investment to make it easy for you, to where you basically load it in and go, and there's very little adjustment needed to your driving style. Our dirt team is all pros that have either competed in pro currently or past pros. Our asphalt team we have the winningest driver on iRacing service, over 2,200 wins. And we're out there to just really help the customer. If you have a question, if you buy something from us and you have a question, raise your hand, send us an email. We'll help you out. Um, our paint shop is CNC Racing Designs. Actually handles all of our paint for us now. If you contact us through the website, it'll actually go straight to them. The best paint jobs that you'll ever see. Jameson and the crew over there are really good. But coming in season 2, one thing that we're trying to implement, we've got a plan out now for the asphalt side. Each week on Friday nights, anybody that buys a setup for the week next coming up week, Friday nights we're going to rotate classes each week, and customers are going to be able to come into testing sessions with our team and test with us with the setup that they purchased from the website, for us to help them get it adjusted for the next week for anything that they may need help with. So some real big things coming, and we're really wanting to make sure that our customers are taken care of.
And it's not a video, right? So that's I think that's great. It's top notch. It's like walking into your bakery and being able to see the donuts be made. That's kind of the adage that you're going to get with RYCO-motorsports and .com. It's huge, and it's awesome to see the progress you've made. And once you share that stuff with me that I couldn't share for the longest time, I was like, oh man, that's awesome. Becoming a partner with iRacing in season 2 is going to be amazing for you. So congratulations on that as well.
Yeah, man. And thank you so much for broadcasting the show for us.
Absolutely. I try to do the best I can. P2 finish, and next week we're going to be 410 sprints. It's going to be amazing.
Yes, sir. I'll see you then.
Absolutely. That's it says foot right there, but that's Ken Byron, the man himself. So you keep doing your thing, my man.
Thanks, man.
Absolutely. We're going to be moving on to the listing right here. We're going to pull up the race results for you right here as it takes a moment. Jeremy Bray, we're talking about Casey Foot, or Ken Byron, the man himself. He's going to be there in P2. Dan, we told him. He told me how to say it. Lavallee is going to be there in P3. Joe Garcia, I told you it was fast. He moved himself back and forth to get a little bit right there at the beginning of the race, and had to catch some spots back up. He finishes 4th, pretty much right where he started. That's exactly where he started. Evan Duffy, he's off a couple of spots from where he started, finishes 5th. And Hunter Crum, you didn't finish last year. Absolutely right, my friend. John Darby, Scott Van Vossen, that's going to make up the top 8. They're going to be back next week. And like I said, these guys are absolutely fantastic. Join us again next Monday night. We're going to have the RYCO Dirt Development Series back at it again. Tomorrow night, I am off. I might do some gaming. You might see that. Wednesday night, off again. Going to be amazing. We're going to be off this week. Next week, we're going to be back with the Trucks Ultimate Championship Series. You'll be able to see that next week. And then this Thursday, we're back with the Trucks. The Signature eNASCAR Truck Series, Xfinity Series on Friday, and we're at Bristol this week for all 3 series for the Signature eNASCAR Series. B&H is going to be the sponsor for Friday. Saturday, we're just ready to rock and roll with Bristol. Oh. And then Cato's Glassworks is going to be the caution sponsor for that as well. So it's going to be a whole lot of fun. I'm getting ready to get set up. We're going to be going live here in about 24 minutes once again for these Maximus Sports Cards case breaks. Stick around and watch that with me. We're going to open up some brand new optic inserts, ultra rare downtown inserts. Quite possibly, it's all going to be here. A full box of 2021 Donruss NASCAR racing cards. So we might find that ultra rare for somebody out there. We're going to see you guys here in just a few minutes. We're going to have some fun, and it's going to be a great night of all things racing. Just all things racing. Just amazing. Thanks, folks. Have a great night if I don't see you, and we'll be back with you very shortly.